All right, let's do this thing. For Best Music Coach, my name is Dan, and you are watching a music teacher, me, react to the Persona 5 Royal original soundtrack for the very first time. I've never heard this music before in my life, so everything I break down, do, teach, play, talk about is going to be off the top of my head in the moment because I've never heard this before. So join me as we make discoveries, spot hidden connections, and have some fun along the way. Oops, I just pressed the wrong button, but that's okay. We're going to continue on exactly where we left off. We just listened to Trickster, and now we're going to get back to it with New Year's Visit. Let's do it. Okay, well, that was fun. It is just an A section, then a B section, and we're going to bring it back. I'm actually write down the chords this time as we go through. So here we go. We're gonna... Ha! There we go. And I managed to get the B section. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Pause, I say. Pause in the name of love. Shout out and hello to Harry Dumb77, CJ, AFK musician, Robbie, LOI, Matthew Banky, thank you for your super chat. Okay, so what we had here in terms of the chords was a pretty interesting chord progression. We had, here's a 2-5-1. So basically it was just 4-1 for the whole first part of this piece of music. Then when it changed gears a little bit, it went 2-5-1-6, 4-5-6-5, then 4-5 back to 1. This effectively also being a subdominant. Dominant bringing us back to the tonic. Pretty interesting and lovely that we could rock it and roll it. Let's keep this thing going. By the way, please feel free to ask any questions you have as we go. I'm also hearing that song name's a little small. See if that helps. Better. Okay, let's keep this going. What we were just listening to, which was You and I. Well, this is clearly not the soundtrack of sitting on the couch watching TV with the person you love, so I'm going to go ahead and guess it's You and I, but You and I ain't working out for whatever reason. Some really beautiful chords here. We had like... Oh, hang on. Oh, my screen isn't being responsive. Hold on, folks. Sorry. One moment. Let's try replugging this in. There we go. Much better. Okay. So this was the last piece that I was furiously scribbling down. And now here's You and I. Is where was I? Yes. So we start with an F major 7, and we're gonna say A is 1. So B do B do B do B ba B do B di ba da do gi da. So that's going to be a flat 6 major 7 going to a 5 minor being the E minor, A minor being the 1 minor, and then going to the flat 7. Okay. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this rocking and rolling. And please feel free to ask questions about the music as we go through. Great to see you too, CM. Great to see you, Anna Patty. Umbra Munnin. Mystery Gamer. Great to see ya. Thank you very much. Arandumletios. Sorry in advance for my mispronunciation of your name. I'll read the super chats out at the end of the stream. Thank you so very much for your support. And let's keep this going. All right, Gentle Madman. Oh, motifs. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the rest of that B section. Something I haven't said since we listened to Pokemon. There it is. I knew we'd find it one day. Okay, so we're gonna call that 6 diminished. Okay, and then it goes to 6 to flat 3 over 5. That's about it. Okay, I'm getting some reports of low stream rate, low frame rate. We're going to look at that in just a moment. Okay, so we have 1 to flat 6. And then for the B section, we have 4, 5, flat 6. Then 4, 5 to 6 diminished. Interesting. And then coming around here, it is 6 to 3 over 5 with this descending thing. To 4 to 5. So always we're going to look for these baseline movements because we've been seeing these quite a bit in Persona. So what we can see here is this is actually a descending baseline going from flat 6 to 5. to 4 to 5. Pretty cool stuff. And we put these little houses over it to show we're talking about notes, specifically scale degrees, instead of chords. All right, let's check into this reported issue with frame rate. It might be going on. Okay. Oh, dropped frames, 79. Huh? Wow, look at that. Let's try closing down some other applications that are open right now, see if that helps. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that in some time. Okay, what else doesn't need to be open right now? Well, I just closed down a bunch of things. Let's see if that helps. Let's see what the analytics doth say. Stream health is healthy. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty good otherwise. Thanks for the heads up, folks. I really do appreciate that. Let me know if it continues. And let's keep this going with another ideology. Oh, what a fun piece of music. The chords were so straightforward. I seemed to be able to get some of the melody down as well as I was listening through. So the chords basically, it was 4-1 in the key of G minor. So basically the whole time. But the 4 has the 1 on the bass. Now I did manage to get some of the melody down. Something like that at the end. Some pretty cool stuff. Sounds delightful, delicious. Notice the difference between chords and melody. Chords I'm actually writing down with regular numbers, 6, 5, 4. You can see those. Excuse me, the notes I'm writing down with the regular numbers. And then the chords I'm actually writing down with Roman numerals. Okay, let's keep this going with So Happy World. So happy world. All right, let's do it. Analyzing the whole thing like it's okay, it's repeating. It's repeating. I'm going to go back and grab what happens right there at the end. I'm analyzing this whole thing as if it's still in D, which most assuredly is going somewhere else, at least for a moment here in the B section. Goes to what is effectively, sorry, this is flat 3 here. Then it goes to flat 6. I know how music works. Okay. Interesting. And that is kind of like a 2 of 4 to 5 of 4. Interesting stuff, if I'm not mistaken. All right, let's play that B section one more time. Let's see if I got it. Okay, so it's a bunch of like 2 to 1s, really, is a way we could think of these. For example, this is really like the 2 of flat 6 that would bring us to the flat 6. This is really like the 2 of flat 7. So what's really interesting about this B section here is that you have this 2 to 1 relationship between a lot of these things. So it's the 2 of flat 7 goes to flat 7. Then the 2 of flat 6 goes to flat 6. And so we can think of this kind of like, as opposed to a secondary dominant, it's like a secondary predominant, which is really interesting. Or as a secondary subdominant. So that in and of itself, for me, is really a fascinating idea, because a lot of times you will hear a secondary dominant instead of a secondary subdominant. So for example, as opposed to being the 2 of, and it's 2 minor specifically, the 2 minor of, the 2 minor of flat 7 and then flat 6. And by the way, flat 7, flat 6, this is not uncommon for a major key. In fact, we saw this all over the place with, for just recent memory, Pokemon Black and White. Flat 6, flat 7 adds sort of cool aspect to being in a just straight major key. Not saying being a straight major key can't be cool, but there you go. Now, if we had the 5 of flat 7 and then the 5 of flat 6, that would sound something like this. It doesn't have the same, it doesn't work in the same way as this 2. It's that there. Talking about cool things, man. This is a very subjective statement, but like moving from the subdominant to the tonic, at least in a modern context, sure feels, at least in my opinion, a lot cooler, a lot fresher, a lot more hip, as I hear the kids are, well, not saying these days, than moving from a dominant area to the tonic. So very interesting subdominant to tonic movement here happening in this here piece of music. Cool stuff. Let's keep this going with Mementos, New Area. If you like this, check out Medeski, Martin, and Wood. I'm gonna grab the last chords of this B section here. Yeah. Hey, Boonchi. Flat 6. Oops, wrong thing. Flat 6, major 7. All right, so what we have here, highlighted in blue, these are the rivers in the desert chords that, if I'm not incorrect, we also heard in the other Mementos. Yep, sure enough, we did. Rivers in the desert right here. Yep. All right, so Mementos is actually giving us some rivers in the desert. Yeah. So those three right there, we're going to call those the rivers in the desert chords. Now, what's interesting about this Mementos as opposed to the previous Mementos is the previous Mementos started in A flat and stayed in A flat, right? So it was like the... And it did that for quite some time, and then it did... Now, what's happening here in this current Mementos is it's actually starting out in what I'm going to go ahead and call C minor. It's something like that. Now, here's the thing. You may have noticed that I put the red dot next to Mementos, and we reserve the red dot for pieces of music that have been intentionally detuned. So there's some intentional detuning in the bass, maybe the guitar as well, where it's not all tuned relative to A440. And if you want to understand a little bit more about that, you can go check out the Lisa the Painful reaction as well as the Off reaction that I did. I went into some depth and some detail of how and why composers might decide to detune something intentionally. Okay. That is pretty cool. Also, RMC Mercedes says, Dana, the certified #1 Rivers in the Desert admirer. I mean, it's a great tune. I would be lying to you if I told you that wasn't in my top 10 video game music specific, like from a video game songs. Definitely. It's a great tune. Like it's a good rockin' tune. I'm a fan. Okay, let's keep this going with Out of Kindness. I'm actually going to write the name down first. See, I learned my lesson, because what happens is, if I have to try and listen to it, figure out what the key is, figure out what the chords is, and also write the name down, then I'm in trouble. Out of Kindness. But this way, I give myself a fighting chance. Let's do it. Okay. So what we have here is 2 chords that go through basically the entire piece of music. The first is 1. We're in the key of G minor. So it's a G minor. The next chord is an E flat major chord. Now this 1, 2, 6. Yes, we heard it here with Gentle Madman in the same key. So I say unto you, in the words of my uncle, what is the connection between Gentle Madman and Out of Kindness? Because they both actually start with the same chords. So I'm wondering if Gentle Madman and Out of Kindness are connected in some way. In addition to that, while we're waiting on chat to confirm that, we had an interesting little idea that we notated down there as well. Yes, jump scare, I get it. But is there a connection? Out of Kindness like Gentle Madman Part 2. Yes, it's the same dungeon. Okay. So guys, look, here is a hidden connection in the music. I was able to tell without ever playing the game, without ever listening to this before, that these 2 pieces are connected. Why? I will show you. Because here, in Gentle Madman, the first 2 things we hear is a 1 to a flat 6 in the key of G minor. And when we come here to Out of Kindness, what do we have? 1 and flat 6, where? Key of G minor. It's the same exact musical pattern showing itself up. Showing itself. I just conflated showing up and showing back up and showing itself to showing itself up, which is when you tell yourself you're going to be somewhere and then you go, but then you leave before you get there. So you expected you would be there, but then you're not actually there. Think about it. It'll make sense. Okay. This next one is called I Believe. Oh, we're going to have to hear Lynn again? That's going to be great. Yeah, which is indeed a Malafor. Very good, Liam M. I love that. Instead of a metaphor, it's a Malafor. Okay, well, it's actually figure of speech. It still is figurative. I showed myself up. I don't think that's technically a metaphor. No, because metaphor is when you say 2 things. Well, but I did conflate 2 things. Whatever, I'll leave it alone. I'm thinking too hard. Okay, here we go. With, well, I'm not thinking too hard, but I just didn't find it. Okay. All right, so I just seen from the chat that everyone's requesting that we skip I Believe, and we go straight to Keep Your Faith. I'm not sure why that is. Who's requesting that we skip this? Oh, is a Malafor a combining of 2 idioms? See, Liam, you're teaching me stuff that I had no idea. Thank you very much, Liam M.
It's time to unveil the
All right, that was super awesome. Loved it. Now, I heard melodic fragments and chords from past pieces I've heard in Persona games. Now, let me just go grab some of these chords I did not get. And I also saw someone say, I know you're not a lyrics guy, but a lot of lyrics here is pretty much sequels, life will change. I actually am a lyrics guy. In fact, I would say the strongest thing I do, one of the strongest things I do with music, is actually lyrics. I'm actually working on my lyric book right now, believe it or not. So we'll give these lyrics a spin, and I'll show you a lyric analysis as well on this too as we go through. First, we're going to finish up the chord analysis of this, and then we'll jump in and do the lyrics, because why not? Okay, so flat 6, flat 7. Yeah, sure enough, we have a Rivers in the Desert chord here, which is going to be 4 minor over 6. Sky on. Then it goes to 4 major. We can fly up in the sky. One day we may just be able to. And then it is basically doing a 2-5 of going to 3, but it doesn't do it. I'm going to say 2 of flat 3 to 5 of flat 3. But instead of going to flat 3, in the sky, one day we may just be able to touch down on the star. Okay. And then to 1, and then 1 walks down to, I believe, 5 of flat 6. Nice. And then it goes to the 5 of flat 6. And then okay, and then it's flat 6. Oops. Flat 6. Then to 5 minor, and to 1. Until the end of the road, there's no turning back for us, 'cause we would never give up. Nice. And then it just walks up. So it goes 4 minor, 5, flat 6, flat 7, and then it goes. And what's really cool about that is a lot of times when we see this 1 to flat 7 is usually major, but right here it's actually minor. How cool and interesting is that? Now, with that said, I'm going to get the lyrics pulled up, and let's take a peekaboo at these here lyrics. So I'm going to pull the iPad down for 1 second. I'm going to hop over onto the internet. Let's pull up the lyrics and give them, at the very least, a quick overview. Lyrics, I believe, Lynn, Persona. That should do it. There you go. Give it a second to load. All right, let's grab all these and drag them into a Word document, if you please. See if I can. Trying to do it live. We're trying to do it live. Oh, there we go. Come on. Ah, whatever. The one thing I don't like about these lyric sites is they put ads right in the middle of the lyrics. It's so inconvenient. And I understand they're trying to make money, and they've got to make money some way. But my goodness. Okay. Thank you very much for your patience. Pasting from iPad? No. We'll get this. We'll do it live. Oop-a-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Paste. You gonna let me paste? Yeah. No, doesn't look like it. All right, we'll just do it this way. Okay. Don't worry about people getting bored. Don't worry about people getting bored. All right, well, this will give us a verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus. This will be a fun little analysis, and I'll show you some stuff and some things as we go through here. Let's see. There we go. All right. It's time to unveil the hype y'all been waiting for. It's time to bring an end to the question of who will win. It's us. Now, this is interesting in and of itself because there isn't actually any rhyme. As you can see, for and us. Oh, come on. All right, well, as you can see, for and us don't actually win. Rhyme. Time to unveil the hype y'all been waiting for. It's time to bring an end to the question of who will win. It's us. So we have the repetition of it's time to each time, which is pretty cool. I can't draw on this because we tried taking a photo. It didn't work. Okay. I used to have a bad feeling, a premonition of falling short. Now, we could think of for and short as rhyming across sections. Here, together, right? Because there's no rhymes here at the end of any of these lines. So the rhyme scheme is actually X, 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 X. Here, together, short. Now I'm tapping things. It's getting annoyed. Okay. Now, I believe we can fly up to the sky. So we have an internal rhyme between fly and sky within that line. One day we may just be able to touch down on a star. Path rolls us up. So us and up, we have what's called assonance there in the sense that they both share the sound, but it's not technically a rhyme. Us up, because assonance and consonance, yeah, to call it a rhyme, I think is not really correct. So I think what's interesting about this is writing a song where there really just isn't a lot of rhyming. Yeah, fly, sky, internal one, two, just be able to touch down on a star. Off the road, we have to go. So road, go. There you go. There's some assonance there. That's when we have the same vowel sound present in multiple words. Go the roadless path. So road, go, roadless. So there's O, O, O sound. We shall proceed until the end of our rolls. Proceed rolls. So there's a lot of internal O sounds happening in these two lines. There's no turning back for us. because we never give up. So what we can see, especially in the chorus, is that there isn't a rhyme scheme about how we would typically think of rhyme schemes as being A would rhyme with another. So let's say Mary had a little lamb, and his favorite guy was Dan. So lamb and Dan, those rhymes, that would be AA. Now, if we said Mary had a little lamb, his favorite guy was Dan, they both ate ice cream, that would be AAX, because X doesn't rhyme with anything. But if we said Mary had a little lamb, his favorite guy was Dan, they both ate ice cream and danced to Bowie and Queen, that would be AABB, because B rhymes with B and A rhymes with A. I'm not going to go too much further into rhyme schemes right now. But what's interesting here is it doesn't have that pattern. Rather, internal to the rhymes themselves, we're finding connections of vowel sounds. And yeah, so fly, sky, that is a perfect rhyme, but it's rhyming within the line itself. And within the line, we can think of each line as every time there's a paragraph space and the next word start, that's a new line. I miss David Bowie too, Stan Chen. Okay, so one day we may just be able to touch down on, so just and touch, just touch, those match with assonance. It's the same vowel sound, and So internally, we're 2 lines for 2 where we have a matching vowel sound. Sky, fly, just touch, road, go, right? Internal vowel sounds. Proceed until the end of our proceed, rolls, rolls. There we go, the O, internal assonance. There's no turning back for us, because we will never give up. And then us and up, match and assonance. So we don't actually see rhymes, but we see a chorus that is full of assonance connections, which leads to a deeper feeling of what we'd call prosody. Prosody is the sort of song of just the words themselves, without any music at all. I believe we can fly up in the sky. One day we may just be able to touch down on a star. Off the road we have to go, the roadless path. We shall proceed until the ends of our rolls. There's no turning back for us, because we will never go up. And then the note, yeah. So some really interesting techniques being employed here without the use of traditional rhyming, using assonance, which is, you could call it a form of rhyme. I don't actually call it a form of rhyme. I call it assonance, which is different than rhyming. I don't call it assonance rhyming. I call it assonance, as opposed to a perfect rhyme, imperfect rhyme, slant rhyme, family rhyme, etc., which is an actual type of rhyme. So there you go, a little bit of insight into the genius of these lyrics. Cool stuff. All right, let's keep this going. I think that's the first time I've ever done any lyric analysis on this channel. Type a 3 in the chat, and type a 3 in the comments if you're watching this on demand, if you enjoyed a little lyrical analysis and seeing how cool, honestly, really how cool these lyrics are and how well crafted they are. It's really, really delightful. At least for me. Not to sway you in any way of what you're going to type. Sorry. Okay, let's check out Keep Your Faith. And after you keep your faith, you should burn your bread. Let me just, again, hide this for a moment. There we go. Let's get back to our analysis pad. Wrong thing. Where did it go? Dude, I used to watch old people with technology and be like, I'll always be faster than them, and now here I am, like, where did I put the tab on my iPad? Jeez. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it. All right, cool stuff. I'm gonna grab the chords for the chorus thing there, B section. No. What is that? 2, 5, and what? Oh, that's it? Dang, dude. I don't know why that was tripping me up. And then back to that 6. Oh, and then yeah, 2, 5 again. Right, and then the second ending, it goes to 4, then to 5. Cool. Okay, so that's very beautiful. So notice these 2 5s that actually bring us to the 1 in the next measure. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, Pikachu, do we have like some type of super remix of Rivers in the Desert we could end this stream with? I know we have some bonuses lined up for everyone today, but I'm wondering if the last one where you could finish off this Persona 5 Royal would be some type of Rivers in the Desert remix we haven't listened to yet. I'm sorry to interrupt your stream experience, Pikachu, if you're watching. But if you are, maybe shoot that over to me on Discord and we could throw that in. Okay. Let's throw away your mask, which is what you do after you burn your bread. But I'm going to write it down first so I'm not scrambling. Great, and already got the key. How cool is that? Oh, yes.
Never seem to see the light of the day. Shadow is where my mind stays at. As we go down to be sensitive to the new ways. But it doesn't have to be like this. Don't sleep through dreams that can't come true. No more tears shall drop from your cheeks anymore. You want me to strive for greatness. Believe in me that you don't need to suffer from anything. You don't need to make a wrong turn. It just requires guidance from above. You don't need to have this conflict. 'Cause I can take you to the place of delight. Give peace of mind to the whole world. Don't sleep through dreams that can't come true. No more tears shall drop from your cheeks anymore. You want me to strive for greatness. Believe in me that you don't need to suffer from
Mess that up.
No more pretending. You've been tied down for the longest of the time. Be free. You deserve better. You should forever be. Don't sleep through dreams that can't come true. No more tears shall drop from your cheeks anymore. You want me to strive for greatness. Believe in me that you don't need to suffer from anything. Don't let go of your dreams. No more tears shall drop from your cheeks anymore. You want me to strive for greatness. Believe in me that you don't need to suffer from anything no
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That was really cool. I want to play a little guitar, so I want to put some fills in. Let's go back and listen to that again. I want to do some guitar remixes here and actually get it right this time. Well, someone's got to go practice his guitar a little bit, but that was fun. Thank you for indulging me. Let's keep going with Ruin to Resolution. So, what's the connection between ideology and Ruin to Resolution? What is the connection between ideology and Ruin to Resolution? Because it's the same. So, what is the connection between, yeah, same melody, same chords. Yes, I got that story-wise. What's the connection? Is there a character? Is there a place? Is there a thing? What is the connection? What is it? I wonder. Anyone in chat have any ideas? Okay, Dr. Maruki. All right, cool. So we can see the pattern in both is a 4 minor over 1 to 1. 4 minor over 1 to 1. Different keys, but same exact pattern. Ah, it's the ruin of his ideology. Interesting. Very cool. All right, let's check out Royal Days. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Here we go, Royal Days. And I violated my own rule of writing things down first. So let's write it down first. Royal Days. All right, what you got? that bass. Oh, I skipped a track? Oh, sorry, guys. So I did. Didn't mean to. Ideal and the real. Oh, we've heard this before too. Yeah, guitar. Ah, you and I. Yes, guitar. What's the connection between ideal real and you and I, guys? What's the connection between ideal real and you and I? Okay, so the connection we can see here between ideal, so Takuto Maruki. Because ideal and real is totally connected to you and I. It's literally the same chords, same key. As you go. All right, cool. Super interesting. Same exact musical pattern. So, what we're going to do is we're going to listen to Our Light, and then we have a couple bonuses for you, so don't go anywhere. Let's do it. So the character in You and I is based on as part of the reality from the character to the ideal, the real end version is based on. Cool. Thank you. Our Light. Let's do it. Rivers in the desert.
僕らが二度と会えなくても過ぎた時が痛みに変わってもその痛みさ超えてゆくよ流す涙乗り越えより高くそして使うよ
Yes! Yes, strings!
永遠に歌う僕らの光
Ah! Well, that was a journey and a half. That was absolutely delightful. One of my favorite parts here is the way that the chorus comes in. It's like this really, really moody thing with the low piano.
冷めればまどろみへと消えて僕らが二度
Oh, the way it comes in. Oh.
まどろみへと消えて僕らが二度
Yeah. That's sick. Absolutely sick. Vasily says it great in the chat. Vasily says, what period a period song. Yeah, it's really awesome. That's phenomenal. Hang out. We're going to listen to some bonus tunes here. Oh, we have it. Okay. So we have Persona 5 Dancing Star Night Rhythm. See, J2O Juiced. You already had it lined up before I even thought about it. It's all set. It's right here. J2O Juiced. Shout out and a thank you. Everyone put your favorite emoji in the chat to say thank you to J2O Juiced, moderator extraordinaire who made the playlist for our reaction day. Thank you so very much, J2O Juiced. Show your love and appreciation for J2O Juiced with your favorite emoji. Let's check out. We're going to end with this one. We're going to end with Persona 5 Dancing Star Night Rivers in the Desert Super Live Peace Sound Bomb 2017. Oh, and J2O Juiced wondering if I can put them on the screen. I guess so. Give me a second to get this lined up. We'll watch this all together. Let's see. All right, let's do this thing. Let's turn this up. That's as loud as it goes. Heck yes. Yes, sing it.
It's this summer radio. I just to fulfill my mission.
Oh, yes, please.
I'm river here darling. The last is the lost. I'll hurt me for demons.
Yes, please.
Oasis of season. I feel the violence, but I'm standing. I'm raising shit down. Real quick, all my life is over.
Yes, please.
One strength just fading, and I don't feel the vision. The world's come ready, but I'm ready to strike it down. Just a new start. There's no time for indecision.
Come on, baby. Oh, let's do this. Drop it.
I'm river here darling. The last is the lost. When I hope you begin, this man now feed. Now we need it. A heartbeat for demon. Oasis of season. Remind us who we're here for. Creating new life. Create a river and a gift.
Yes. Yes, please.
My heart is burnout, but it's only my word of conflict. One voice what gives me going. Take back what I lost to the pursuits of greed and fear. Yeah. The ones I'm ready, but I'm ready to take him down now. The time for a new start is constantly drawing nearer.
Yeah.
I'm river here darling. The last is the lost. When I hope new beginnings burn our feet. Now we need a heartbeat for demon. Oasis of season. Remind us what we're here for. Creating new life. Create the rivers and the seasons. When a cool drop of water suddenly gotta clear my head of hunger and greed. A place to refresh heart and mind. Gonna find subside. And rivers are silent.
Yes. Yes, please. And thank you. Yo. Fire. Straight fire. Ah. Absolutely sick. All right, we're going to listen to that again while I read the super chats. Because that is just, I mean, that is just phenomenal. That is peaches and cream. I don't know what else to say. That is peaches and cream. That kind of made me cry a little bit too. That was amazing. Shout out and a thank you to Just Some Guy for your generous donation on Streamlabs. Just Some Guy went to Streamlabs, which is in the video description of the video here on YouTube, and Just Some Guy voted using that link, saying, shooting Sonic Adventure 2 up to the top, baby! Enjoy our content and musical breakdowns. Thank you so much, Just Some Guy. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate your very generous support. So thank you for supporting the channel there. And here on YouTube, Matthew Banky says, have you ever played Crash Bandicoot? Ooh, back in the day. Yes. Put this towards Crash Bandicoot, the first one, the original PlayStation. You got it. Thank you. Arandam Latio says, long-time watcher, first-time donor. Would love to see your reaction to the Amori 3 anniversary comp. If that's a no-go, then put this towards Rain World instead. Well, I'll vote whatever you want. Rubberman202 says, the action, and thank you, by the way, very much for your support. Very first-time support. Arandam Latios. Yeah, I tried. I'm sorry. Rubman202, longtime supporter of the channel, along with Matthew Banky. Rubman202 says the Action Blast, not Action Blast, release date announced has me thinking about what Wario Land 4 again. Put this donation towards that. I gotta make sure I can find clean reps to the OST before then. Sounds like a plan, and I'm looking forward to it. Ariel Martinez says, hello, Dan the Man. This one goes to Persona 3 Reload OST. On the list, if it's not there already, have a good time with you and everyone here. Thank you. And then Ariel Martinez, this one goes to Persona 5 X. That's probably not on the list. Keep up the good work, Dan. Thank you, Ariel. Next, great to see you. Hope everything's well with you. Next says, put this to Super Mario Galaxy because someone was sad that no one was upvoting it. Well, thank you very much for being kind and considerate. Next. The Ace Gamers has been a huge fan of yours since first reaction, Undertale and Celeste. And you're amazing, sir. I've been learning more advanced theory to keep up. I want you to hear the Octopath Traveler OST all those times. Put this towards that. You got it, Ace Gamer. Thank you very much for your super chat. Oh, you guys are still seeing my window, huh? There we go. Alright, thank you all so very much for joining me. Thank you, J2O Juice, for making the playlists. This was such a fun extra time with Persona 5. Incredible music. 100% loving it. I'll see you next week for the next OST reaction. Take care, y'all, and bye-bye!